Ladies and gentlemen, Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of Bihar, resigned from his post this morning only to be sworn in yet again as Chief Minister of Bihar this evening. It's now done. The BJP State President, the BJP Leader of the Opposition in the Bihar Assembly are now both Deputy Chief Ministers. There have been 8 people who have taken in their oaths other than Nitish Kumar today. One of them additional to the Deputy Chief Ministers from the BJP, 3 from the JDU and 2 others. Nitish Kumar has come and said more will follow. So what matters in the gamut of things? Number one, what happens to the people of Bihar who constituted an assembly on the basis of a pre-poll alliance that got split and the alliance flipped to the opposition Mahagathbandhan alliance, then flipped within once year once again to what the BJP hopes is the restoration of a double-engine Sarkar. If you are in Bihar as a voter, let me not sit here tonight and insult your intelligence by suggesting that all of these matters have happened for the interests of the Bihari people. No, these matters have happened for grand politics. Any benefit to the interests of the people of Bihar, the voters who put all these people into assembly seats, should happen, hopefully will happen, but incidentally. And if you are from Bihar, that must be ruthlessly frustrating. So then, from the interests of the voter and the people comes the point of the interest of Nitish Kumar. What has happened? You will be told that a decision has been made because of corruption allegations. We've heard that before. Nitish Kumar, for better than you and me, knows that Lalu Yadav is a convicted corrupt politician. That Tejasvi has had charges before. In fact, he dumped Tejasvi last time around because of corruption charges. That they were interfering, they were not letting governance happen. Yeah, okay. The RJD and the Congress will say, well, Paltu Master has done it again. They'll add more epithets and sobriquets as they have all day. They were happy with him last month when they were doing India Alliance meetings, and now they're upset with him. So let's call a spade, ladies and gentlemen. Nitish Kumar has spent 19 years as Chief Minister. Last month, there was an attempt at a coup in the JDU. As we have seen recently from other political parties, whether it be Sharad Pawar's NCP or the then Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackeray, if leaders aren't aware of what is happening within their own parties, to the degree they should be, they can find the carpet swept from their feet very readily and be left with neither party nor post nor portfolio. Nitish Kumar has clearly seen that the attempt he was making to be a potential convener or a potential prime ministerial candidate with the India Alliance was not taking place, that he could have lost it all, and he's hedged his bets. The best case scenario for Nitish Kumar now is that the NDA wins the elections in the 2024 Lok Sabha, but the BJP does not get a majority, in which case he and his MPs are worth their weight in gold. If not, well, sometimes even when your alliance wins, you lose. You've seen what's happened with Shivraj Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh. The BJP won the election, a thumping victory, surprised everyone with the numbers, but he did not return as Chief Minister. So let's open up this conversation because there are other interests. Why would the BJP want to go with Nitish Kumar? What pragmatism is being applied there? Is it actually a blow to the India Alliance? Does that alliance hold water? What does the Congress do, and how does this impact the Lok Sabha poll mathematics? Joining us on the broadcast, representing the JDU is Santosh Kushwaha. Sujata Paul is representing the Congress party. But before I come to you, Mr. T.S. Singh Dio is with us, former Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister. Mr. Singh Dio, I believe you are unwell, so let me come straight to you, sir. What do you make of what Nitish Kumar has done today? Resigned in the morning, sworn in again in the evening.
Disappointing for one. If we are talking of challenges to the system, challenges to the democratic setup, the constitutional setup, values, the way government machinery is being used or misused, if these are challenges which many people in the country today are seeing to be real, not just intra-party postulations, but as real potential threats to changing the nature of the governance in the country, then on those grounds, there was a coming together of people who were otherwise contesting against each other in various state elections or even national elections, that there are basic threats to the very nature of the quality of the country, social fabric in the country, and something needs to be done. A big coming together needs to be done. So those were ideas, those were goals which were decided upon, on the basis of which many parties were coming together, and this coming together was in the name of the India Alliance. And it seems that other considerations have been weightier.
Okay. Clearly, one of the principal proponents of this round of efforts to put together an alliance was indeed, in fact, Nitish Kumar. So,
Yes.
what happens to the alliance, sir? It's not looking, or rather uncomfortable in Bengal right now in terms of a seat sharing agreement. It's looking uncomfortable in Punjab. We don't know what happens in Bihar now, but maybe the RJD and the Congress come together with a seat sharing agreement. We don't know. What happens? Is there going to be an alliance, or is it better the Congress go it alone?
The alliance will be there as far as I can project. And what you mentioned in Punjab and Bengal, the BJP doesn't seem to be gaining. So the objective of the alliance, it would maybe take the shape of a post-poll alliance rather than a pre-poll alliance if things don't fall into place. You mentioned Bengal and Punjab, but it is not as if it is an advantage to the BJP or the NDA.
Okay. If indeed, and I know this is hypothetical, sir, but because it is important, so I'm asking you to apply your mind to it. If indeed, sir, there are voters out there in states like Bengal and Punjab and others who would want to perhaps vote for a national party like the Congress, but if the Congress chooses not to contest in favor of regional parties, are unable to get that opportunity, will that not be damaging to the party itself, sir?
I don't think so. The situation in Bengal, Congress has not been faring well over the past election or two. In the last Vidhan Sabha election, we didn't get a single seat, which does not remove the party as such. The structure is there. Panchayati Raj, local body elections, we see the presence of the Congress, reasonable presence of the Congress. So it is not a fading away or elimination of the Congress as such. In terms of seat share, certainly we are at a low ebb. And I think the idea and the ideal of India Alliance, that will survive.
Okay.
That will sustain.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead on that.
Okay. Appreciate your time and get well soon, Mr. Singhdeo, joining us on the broadcast as always. T.S. Singhdeo, the former Deputy Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh up until just a few weeks ago. Okay. Sumit Peer also back on the broadcast with us. But let me go hop across straight to Santosh Kushwaha ji. Kushwaha ji, अब हम बिहार के लोगों को कैसे समझाएं, अगर हम उनकी इज्जत करते हो और उनकी समझदारी की इज्जत करते हो कि लोकसभा पोल के 2 महीने पहले फिर से बदल गई सरकार, सुबह चीफ मिनिस्टर एक सरकार के और शाम को चीफ मिनिस्टर दूसरी सरकार के, कैसे समझाएं आपके वोटर को?
नहीं, वोटर तो समझा हुआ है ना। बिहार का वोटर नीतीश कुमार को समझा है। बिहार का वोटर नीतीश कुमार को के विकास को समझा है। नीतीश कुमार जी ने जो बिहार में सुशासन दिया उसको समझा है। बिहार में नीतीश कुमार जी ने हर जिला से, बिहार के कोई कोना से 6 घंटा में गाड़ी चलाकर पटना राजधानी पहुंच जाता है, इसको समझा है। तो नीतीश कुमार जी को तो वोटर, बिहार के वोटर समझता है। ये नहीं कि समझाने की जरूरत पड़ेगा। पहला जो अलायंस था, जो बीजेपी के अलायंस में हम लोग ये चुनाव लड़े थे, जीते थे, सरकार बनी थी। फिर अभी हम जिस समय लोकसभा का चुनाव हुआ था, उस समय भी हम लोग बीजेपी के अलायंस में लोकसभा चुनाव लड़े थे। तो वोटर तो समझता है नीतीश कुमार जी को, और नीतीश कुमार जी ने साफ कहा।
कुशवाहा जी, 2 हफ्ते पहले तक नीतीश कुमार जी भाजपा के विरुद्ध में पूरे देश भर में गठबंधन बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, अब आप भाजपा के साथ गठबंधन में हो और आप कह रहे हो वोटर सब कुछ समझता है, तो वोटर को ये दिख नहीं रहा है?
नहीं, वोटर को तो दिख रहा है। वोटर वोटर नीतीश कुमार जी का वोटर जो है, जो नीतीश कुमार जी का है, जहां रहेंगे आदरणीय नेता नीतीश कुमार जी, वो बिहार का वोटर नीतीश कुमार जी के पक्ष में रहेगा। तो आप जहां कांग्रेस के सवाल आप कर रहे थे, हम समझ सुन रहे थे कि कांग्रेस, जो इस कांग्रेस के जिससे संभाल कर आदरणीय नेता नीतीश कुमार जी ने विपक्ष को एकजुट करने का प्रयास किया, जिसको कांग्रेस संभाल नहीं पाई, जिसको कांग्रेस सुरक्षित नहीं रख पाई। तो कांग्रेस को तो इसका जिम्मेदार है, चाहे आरजेडी के लोग जो यहाँ सत्ता में रह के एक तरफ नीतीश कुमार जी के साथ सत्ता में है और दूसरी तरफ उनके विधायक मंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी को गाली दे रहे थे। तो वोटर तो सब समझ रहा है ना बिहार का कि क्या करना है।
आपके हिसाब से नीतीश कुमार, दो लोग निकले थे 1.5 साल पहले गठबंधन बनाने, एक थे के चंद्रशेखर राव जो हाल ही में कांग्रेस से हार गए हैं, टीआरएस को बीआरएस बनाया, लेकिन लगता नहीं है कि वो कोई अलायंस जोड़ पाएंगे। दूसरे थे नीतीश कुमार। नीतीश कुमार सबसे आगे बढ़े, ममता बनर्जी, अरविंद केजरीवाल, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे, काफ़ी मीटिंग चली इंडी अलायंस के बाद। लोग कह रहे थे शायद वही उन्हीं को कन्वीनर बनना चाहिए इस अलायंस का। जब नीतीश कुमार ही चले गए तो ये इंडी अलायंस अब मान्यता रखता है या नहीं आपके मुताबिक?
इंडिया अलायंस क्या मान्यता आप रहता है, जब नीतीश कुमार जो 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 मुखिया था, जो अलायंस को एकजुट करना चाह रहा था, जो अलायंस को मजबूत किया, पूरे प्रदेश में घूम घूम कर, हर प्रदेश राज्य में घूम घूम कर जाके अलायंस को लोगों को एकजुट किया, उन्हीं का जब मान्यता नहीं रहा, उनको जब मानने के लिए लोग तैयार नहीं हुए, तो फिर क्या मान्यता रहता है अलायंस का?
तो ये जो आपने देखा है बंगाल में, बिहार में तो आप वहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट में हैं, बट बंगाल में ममता जी कह रही हैं कि सीट डील नहीं होगी, पंजाब में अरविंद केजरीवाल कह रहे हैं सीट डील नहीं होगी। कुछ भी सीट डील आ सकती है अभी भी क्या?
अब क्या होना है, सीट डील क्या अब होना है? अब कोई सीट डील का, अब जो सीट है, ममता बनर्जी बेलाइन से हट गई, ममता ये कह रहा है कि सीट यहाँ नहीं कोई शेयरिंग होगा। आप पंजाब में मान सिंह के हट गए तो वहां सीट शेयरिंग नहीं होगा, तो क्या होगा इसमें अब?
Okay, all right. Just stay with me. Let me quickly get a word in from the Congress on this. Sujata ji, so obviously it's an unhappy day, and I know you got many reasons, and you can argue justifiable reasons to be upset with Nitish Kumar, and let's not dodge around the subject. The political opportunism has taken place. But he's laying the blame squarely at your door. Why didn't you just make him convener of the India Alliance?
I am really amused at what is going on today. And I'm sure anybody who's in the BJP also will be asking the same questions that I'm going to be asking. As far as the India Alliance is concerned, one thing we should understand is that India Alliance is not facing any problems at all. These are problems that have been coming to the fore ever since the alliance has come together, and there are.
But ma'am, the chief proponent has left and joined the other side. How can you say it's not a problem?
I'm coming to that. But as far as the chief proponent is concerned, I must also say that JDU has now become JD U-turn party. And, what is the reason for Mr. Nitish Kumar to have left the India Alliance and moved to the NDA? I don't think that the chief person is also clear. Because on the one hand, it is being said that because he was not made convener of the India Alliance, that is why he's gone to BJP. Is that even an argument? I mean, you're not being made a convener, you're not being made the monitor of the class, so I'll leave the class. I mean, it's like that. So, the fact is that Mr. Nitish Kumar had left the NDA because Mr. JP Nadda had gone to Bihar and said that after, very soon all the smaller regional parties will be finished off. So the JDU spokespersons, the JDU karyakartas in the times to come are going to be utterly confused if you ask them why Mr. Nitish Kumar left the India Alliance and why he joined NDA. Now the fact is that Mr. Amit Shah very recently said that koi darwaza nahi khula hai. इनके आने के लिए. So we forgot to read into it properly.
Yeah, but ma'am, like I said, just last month you were all sitting in a room together and you were singing praises of the same man you're cursing today.
Yes.
So
No,
yes,
I'm not
the comeuppance happens in politics. But you are saying that despite today, despite Mamata Banerjee, throwing it out the window of a seat sharing deal, despite no seat sharing deal probably in Punjab, you're still thinking that a national seat sharing agreement can be worked out?
Of course, because these are problems that we knew from the beginning that we are going to face. But that does not mean that we are not going to make every effort, because if you look at Bihar and West Bengal, things are very different. Now, Mr. Nitish Kumar has joined the BJP, and I heard Prashant Kishore some days back. He said wherever he goes, he's going to bring bad luck to them. And what about Samrat Chaudhary? He was sending Nitish Kumar ji to hospital. He had said that I will not remove my Geru Pagri till he's removed from chief ministership. Of course, you can always say that he got removed from chief ministership and he's the one who's become the chief minister. So that also works for Samrat Chaudhary, because there's no logic to what these guys are saying.
No, ma'am, I'm not for a minute trying to insult anybody's intelligence, let alone our viewers, and by suggesting to say that this is not political opportunism. By all means, it is. Yes, it is. But ladies and gentlemen, it's only hubris if it fails, and we'll find out a month from now if the BJP sweeps all 39 or 40 out of the seats in Bihar or not. Let me quickly take an opportunity to get a word in. Joining us now on the broadcast is Rampreet Mandal. He is a member of parliament of the JDU. I'm also expecting Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato, who is a member of parliament for Purulia, joining us very shortly. रामप्रीत जी, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है, अब हम बिहार की जनता को क्या कहें आज? क्या ऐसा हो गया कि सुबह कोई और सरकार थी, शाम को मुख्यमंत्री वही है, बट सरकार कोई और है?
देखिए, सबसे पहले आपके चैनल के माध्यम से मैं बिहार वासियों को, हमारे बिहार को, जनता को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूं। I would like to congratulate all of respected peoples of Bihar due to जो आज हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने किए हैं, वो बिहार के विकास के लिए, बिहार के जनता के लिए, चाहे शिक्षा का हो, चाहे रोड का हो, चाहे गली नली का हो, गरीबों का हित का हो, उन्होंने जो आज डिसीजन लिया है वो बहुत स्वागत योग्य है।
ओके, रामप्रीत जी, अब नीतीश कुमार कुछ महीने पहले निकले थे ये नारा निकाल के कि नरेंद्र मोदी भाजपा को हटाना है, एक महागठबंधन देश भर में बनना चाहिए, इंडिया अलायंस नाम दिया गया था। लोग तो चर्चा कर रहे थे कि शायद इंडिया अलायंस के कन्वीनर वो रहें, कुछ तो चर्चा कर रहे थे कि प्रधानमंत्री बनने के उम्मीदवार नीतीश कुमार रहे। अब क्या वो सारा गया? अब आप क्या भाजपा के साथ अब नरेंद्र मोदी जी को प्रधानमंत्री बनाए रखने में काम करेंगे?
देखिए, राजनीति में ये असमंजस का खेला है, जिस तरह से क्रिकेट का है। इसमें कोई दुश्मन नहीं होता है, कोई दोस्त नहीं होता है। हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने सबसे पहले इंडिया गठबंधन का वो सूत्रधार थे, और उन्होंने पटना में सारे जितने भी आदरणीय नेता हैं उनको बुला करके और इंडिया गठबंधन को मजबूत करने की कोशिश की थी। लेकिन दूसरे पार्टी, चाहे वो कांग्रेस हो, चाहे तृणमूल कांग्रेस हो, चाहे आरजेडी हो, सबों ने हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को धोखा देने का काम किया। दे आर इंसल्टिंग आवर चीफ मिनिस्टर।
ओके, मंडल जी, इज द इंडिया अलायंस, इज द गेम ओवर? क्या वहाँ पर खेल समाप्त है? क्या आपके हिसाब से इंडिया अलायंस, बंगाल में ममता जी कह रही हैं कि सीट शेयरिंग एग्रीमेंट नहीं होगी, शायद पंजाब में ना हो, यूपी में अखिलेश डिसाइड कर रहे हैं कि 11 सीट मिलेगी कांग्रेस को, बिहार में आप चले गए हैं, क्या अलायंस का खेल समाप्ति पे आ गया है?
देखिए, हमारे माननीय राहुल गांधी जी नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, नागालैंड हो, चाहे मणिपुर हो, चाहे अरुणाचल हो, वहाँ 2-2 सीट है हर स्टेट में। उनको घूमना चाहिए था, बिहार में भ्रमण करना चाहिए था, यूपी में करना चाहिए था, दूसरे स्टेट में करना चाहिए था, और उन्होंने भारत यात्रा निकाली है। ये सबसे भी उनका मैसेज बहुत खराब गया जनता में। गरीबों के बीच रहना चाहिए था। आपने देखा होगा असम में उनके कंधे पर चादर दिया, उन्होंने चादर को फेंक दिया, वीडियो वायरल हुआ। लेकिन हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का जो एनडीए गठबंधन है, हम लोग आशा करते हैं कि 40 सीट में से 40 सीटों हम लोग पर कब्जा करेंगे और जीतेंगे, और बिहार का नाम हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री के सहयोग से रोशन करेंगे। और जो विशेष राज्य का दर्जा हमारी मांग है वर्षों से, जिस तरह से हमारे जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर को भारत रत्न दिया गया है, तो हम लोग को आशा है कि 2024 में बिहार को स्पेशल स्टेटस मिलेगा।
It's been a long-standing demand, both from pretty much every party, including the JDU, for special status for Bihar. Whether it happens or not, Mr. Mandal is saying yes. It will. आखिरी सवाल मंडल जी, क्या हमने देखा कि जब इंडिया अलायंस की चर्चा चल रही थी, सीट शेयरिंग पे अग्रीमेंट नहीं हो पाया? क्या आपकी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी या चिराग पासवान जी की, क्या आपकी सीट शेयरिंग पे डिसीजन हो गया है? क्या आप संतुष्ट हैं कि हाँ प्लान बन गया है, कौन क्या करेगा, कैसे करेगा, सबको पता है?
I will not able to say this thing because this is a depend on our higher authority.
Okay.
हमारे जो बड़े नेता लोग वो डिसीजन करेंगे, वो अभी this will be early to say anything about the seat sharing.
ओके क्या आप आशा करते हैं मंडल जी कि जो जेडीयू के सांसद रहे हैं वो अपनी सीटों से जीतने के लिए फिर तैयार हैं? क्योंकि 5 साल पहले आपने और एलजेपी ने और बीजेपी ने 40 में से 29 सीट जीती थी। 39 यस, फॉरगिव मी, यस 39 यस। क्या फिर से जीत पाएंगे?
लेकिन जो एक सीट हम लोग, देखिए हम लोग का उम्मीद है, जो आज गठबंधन बना है उससे उम्मीद है कि हम लोग 40 में से 40 सीट जीतेंगे।
Okay, all right. Mr. Mandal, appreciate your thoughts. Obviously, you're positing a picture which is important for the people to understand. And some people will be perfectly understanding.
Yes, yes, you are right.
Yeah, some will be very happy that you are back with the party that you started the government formation with and would have been upset in the interim. So we don't know how this plays out.
Yes.
But very clearly, the JDU now back in the NDA fold, and they shall remain there at least until the elections take place. Okay, now quick thought, Sumit, quick thought from you. Okay, Sumit, however much we have this conversation, or the JDU spins it, or the BJP tries to convince us, the reality is it is a flip-flop. It is a bit farcical. It is bringing a smile on everybody's lips. Won't the voter also feel a bit disappointed by this tamashabazi going on, and then not be convinced by the JDU anymore?
You see, Rishabh, JDU has aligned where the winds are blowing. It's very simple. Now there is a Modi magic, there is a Bhagwan Sri Ram Lalla magic, there is a Ayodhya magic happening. You see, all the parties, including Congress, who decided to boycott this, their Karyakarta is asking them, I am a Hindu, you are a party of Hindus, why there was a Mahaparv of Sanatan Dharma happen, why did you boycott that? ऐसी क्या मजबूरी है आपकी? So when you see that thing happen at the ground level, so what would a sane politician do? He will try to align exactly where it is going to be the winning combination. So Nitish Kumar ji has cited that, he has already seen that, and then he had problems that if Bhai Tejaswi ko Mukhyamantri banao, then it will be really have gone out of control. So to avoid all these situations, and he's squarely blaming Congress, he's saying Congress could not do the alliance, and he even has said that, Bharat Jodo Yatra and Bharat Nyay Yatra was to project Rahul Gandhi as a prime ministerial candidate, which fundamentally he does not agree. Because the decision was, once you win, then you will decide the prime minister. But if you're projecting Rahul Gandhi as a prime ministerial candidate, then where will Nitish Babu go? So then if it is the question, it is better to be with Modi. That is a very simple equation.
Okay. Sumit, do you think that the BJP, and I'm assuming they would have computed it, right? That for the people, it's going to be difficult to convince them that there was some altruistic purpose behind this flip-flop. They will see through it as a political flip-flop. But the BJP still felt that Nitish can win votes. while at the same time we are saying that, after 19 years as Chief Minister, what can he possibly do? So now you heard his party leaders, you heard two of them, one is sitting with us currently, one we've just finished with. Can he win enough votes now, despite so many years in power, despite all the flip-flops, to justify the BJP hoping that between them they can sweep Bihar?
I think the idea of BJP will be to target all the 40 seats. And to best of my ability, my personal understanding, I think there's even a sheet sharing agreement in place between Manjiji, Chirag Paswan, Nitish Babu and BJP. There is an agreement in place.
Of course it
and
is.
as predicted, Rishabh, I told you Sushil Modi is not going to make it. They will have a new face. The new faces are there. So they are going into BJP with a different mindset, and Nitish Babu leaving is a big perceptional blow to the India alliance, is a big perceptional blow to the sustainability of the India alliance. That's a cherry on the cake. That is a cherry
I don't know how the history of this time will be written. Okay, it might just be written that the Congress got lucky, that there were no partners and they fought it on their own and staged a miraculous comeback. Who knows how this will come our way. We leave it to the wisdom of the crowd. I have last couple of questions, Sujata ji. Sujata ji, from every tone and tenor and inclination that you have suggested through the course of this limited conversation, you are suggesting that you yourself, at least your party, is committed to getting this alliance done to the best possible intent and purpose. Then the obvious question, ma'am, is, are you willing to come to a seat sharing agreement where the Congress does not contest 272 seats, so thereby does not have any hope of forming its own government just by pure mathematics? Will you take less than 272 in any seat sharing agreement, ma'am? Are you open to it?
Look, as far as the number of seats is concerned, that my leadership is going to decide. But I can tell you one thing, that to save the country and save its democracy and our constitution, the Congress party, like my leader Rahul Gandhi, has already said, we are willing to make any sacrifice, any sacrifice at all. And the fact is that the India alliance is definitely not going to be hit by any kind of perception, because the fact is Mr. Modi cannot draw votes on his own name. And that is what this switch of Nitish Kumar says, because Nitish Kumar is the person who said, Mar jaunga magar BJP mein nahi jaunga. Amit Shah said that koi darwaza inke liye khula hua nahi hai. So if you consider all these things,
nobody is disputing the flip-flops, ma'am.
Yes.
It's foolish to attempt it, okay? But the flip-flops went your way also very, very recently. Okay, so my final question to you, and it's related to this, is, okay, the Congress is, nobody can say the Congress is an irrelevant party in Madhya Pradesh or Gujarat or Rajasthan, okay, just because you lost. You won in Karnataka, where you not even required the JDS. You won pretty well in Telangana. So many people can argue that by doing this seat-sharing agreement, you're damaging the party. You need to contest as many seats as you can to give yourself the best chance to come back to the 100+ mark, maybe even more. Why are you denying yourself the opportunity?
Mr. Gulati, what is more important? To save democracy. We can fight our battles later on, but right now what is more important is that democracy should stay established in this country, and it is the Congress party's responsibility also to ensure that other parties also are confident enough in the Congress party, and they understand that we are working for them. When we go into a seat sharing agreement, and if we are losing out certain seats in certain states, it doesn't matter at this stage.
Don't you think,
because
Sujata ji, but don't you think, because the reality is, and this is just a fact, there's no disputing it, that every time and almost every single regional party that exists in the country today has emerged from the Congress to the detriment of the Congress. The diminishing happened because people, whether it's Sharad Pawar or Mamata Banerjee or others, are left, and they hurt the Congress party. Even today, you lost out 10, 12, 14% vote share in Gujarat to the Aam Aadmi party, which did you a lot of damage in a state where you've done reasonably well, even though you've not won for a long period of time. So the party, ma'am, is principal damage is happening because of these parties. Why are you then doing a deal with them?
No, it depends on how you look at it. There was a time in my growing up years, your growing up years, where you probably heard people talk about democracy, about the election day as a festival. And we used to say that more the number of contenders, the greater is this festival. Today, we are faced with a situation where there is a party which goes all out only to be in power, not to give governance, not to help people get jobs or do better things for people, but only to stay in power.
Okay.
So when we talk about democracy, we are the ones who established this democracy,
Okay,
and
well-
we are very proud of the fact. I'm sitting in Telangana today, and I can tell you that I'm looking at every single 7 of the 17 seats, which are my responsibility.
Okay, all right.
Why?
Well-
Because now we need to get it all together to save our country from these forces which are destroying
All
the
right.
democracy.
Good wishes to you for fighting an election on the principles you stand firm with. But I grew up in the 90s watching Sitaram Kesari pull the lug from one government after the other and seeing election every 10, 12 months, which was an unhappy thing for India's growth, development, progress and democracy as well. So yes, the Congress has run a coalition government effectively for 10 years. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ran a coalition government effectively. So coalition governments have run in this country. But for the past 10 years, the BJP has been in a coalition, has not required one. And for 75 years of governments, democratic governments in this country, minus 2, 18 years have been spent in coalition governments, the other with a single party majority. Sumit, I'm out of time. 10 seconds, quick last thoughts before I wind up.
Just one quick thought. Who is the party who imposed emergency on the country, and who is the party who has dismissed maximum number of governments in the country? It's Congress, 23 times and one full-blown emergency. If that is democracy,
Okay.
then
Okay.
who
Okay.
covers?
The track record is cuts both ways, and I can understand people doing political positioning. I am trying not to insult the intelligence of the viewers by trying to convince them something altruistic has happened today. No, a political calculation has taken place. If it works, it was a great calculation. If it's irrelevant, doesn't make a difference. But there's also no running away from the fact that the person who was a prime mover in putting together an alliance of all others is now on the other side. You can't run away from that simple fact. I thank my guests, both Sujata ji as well as Sumit Peer and Mr. Kushwaha of the JDU joining us on the broadcast. Joining us now quickly, and I'll leave the last word there, is Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato. He is the BJP MP for Purulia. Mr. Mahato, thank you. आपको शुभकामनाएं. बिहार में भाजपा की सरकार फिर से लौटी है. नीतीश कुमार के नेतृत्व में वो मुख्यमंत्री हैं. आपके 2 उप मुख्यमंत्री बन गए हैं. सो आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं एंड विश यू द बेस्ट. व्हाट डज दिस मीन सर? इस पे 2024 के आंकड़ों पे क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
देखिए, स्वाभाविक है, देश के हर कोई चाहता है अभी नरेंद्र मोदी जी के सरकार आए, नरेंद्र मोदी जी के साथ रहे, क्योंकि एक ही नेता है जिनके नेतृत्व में देश आगे बढ़ सकता है. और यही समझ के नीतीश कुमार जी भी, उनको भी लगा कि जिन लोगों के साथ वो है, उन लोग ना देश को बढ़ा सकते हैं ना प्रदेश को बढ़ा सकते हैं. हाँ, एक चीज बढ़ा सकते हैं, अपना विकास कर सकते हैं. जैसे लालू प्रसाद यादव का विकास हुआ है आर्थिक रूप से, उसका बेटा लोगों का आर्थिक रूप से विकास हुआ. तो ऐसे लोगों के साथ नहीं रहना है. देश को आगे ले जाने के लिए वो भाजपा के साथ आए हैं, एनडीए में आए हैं.
ओके. माटो जी, आई कंप्लीटली,
और हम लोग स्वागत करते हैं.
ओके माटो जी, देखिए, नीतीश कुमार पे भरोसा करना, नीतीश कुमार का इंडिया अलायंस छोड़ना और कांग्रेस का इसमें क्या अब रोल रह गया है इंडिया अलायंस में? तीनों चीज़ें पे आपको क्या लगता है कि कांग्रेस अब आगे जाके जो बाकी लोग हैं, ममता बनर्जी हैं, अरविंद केजरीवाल हैं, अखिलेश यादव हैं और हैं, क्या दे विल लूज पेशेंस? क्या लगता है आपको?
देखिए, वो जो इंडी गठबंधन था, वो इंडी गठबंधन एक गठबंधन नहीं था. ये जबरदस्ती कुछ लोग मोदी जी का विरोध करने के लिए एक छतरी के नीचे आने का प्रयास कर रहा था, सिर्फ एक ही कि अपना नया जो डूब रहा है उसको बचाने के लिए. और वो कहीं गठबंधन में कोई लेता नहीं है, ये इसको बोलता है, वो उसका बोलता है. ये ना कोई गठबंधन है और ना कोई उन लोग का कोई एजेंडा है. तो इसमें कोई भी जो देश के साथ रहना चाहते हैं, जो देश का विकास हो, देश में नौजवान को रोजगार मिले, देश वर्ल्ड में सबसे ऊंचा रहे, देश का वर्तमान जो परिस्थिति है, पिछले 10 साल से हम लोग देखें तो उसमें पता चलेगा कि इकोनॉमिकल स्थिति हो और भी स्पोर्ट्स में हो, आपका हेल्थ में हो, या तो और भी हर चीज में इस तरह से 10 साल में बढ़ा है। कोई भी व्यक्ति चाहेगा, कोई भी राजनेता चाहेगा कि हम भाजपा के साथ रहें, मोदी जी के साथ रहें, और इस नाते वो भी आए हैं और ये
Okay.
अच्छा किए हैं, हम लोग स्वागत करते हैं उनको।
I completely understand the premise कि राजनीति में दोस्त और दुश्मन सदा के लिए कोई नहीं होता। आई अंडरस्टैंड द प्रेमिस, ओके। लेकिन क्या साल डेढ़ साल नहीं हुआ है कि नीतीश जी ने, आपकी सरकार थी, स्थिर सरकार थी, धोखा दिया आपको। कैसे आप उन पे अब भरोसा कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, हम लोग एक ही नेता के ऊपर भरोसा करते हैं, वो मोदी जी। मोदी जी के ऊपर सारे लोग भरोसा किए हैं और मोदी जी के साथ जुड़ना चाहते हैं, और कोई भी जुड़ना चाहते हैं और अगर वो देश हित में काम करना चाहते हैं तो किसी को हम लोग स्वागत करते हैं। हम लोग जरूर विचार करेंगे, और भी कोई आना चाहते हैं तो हम लोग जरूर विचार करेंगे।
ओके, ऑलराइट। तो क्या लगता है, जो मैं सवाल से कर रहा था लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी के बारे में, क्या ये आपको लगता है कि अब कांग्रेस पार्टी इंडिया अलायंस को बरकरार रख पाएगी?
मैं फिर से बता रहा हूं, वहां कोई गठबंधन नहीं है। वो जबरदस्ती सोची समझी एक साजिश के तहत बनाया जा रहा था कि किसी तरह मोदी जी को थोड़ा सा बदनाम किया जाए। हाँ, किसी तरह जो एकदम चोर चिट्टा आदमी, कुछ लोग अपना दुकान चलाने के लिए लगे हुए हैं, उन लोग अपना नैया बचाने के लिए वो एक इंडी गठबंधन बनाया है। लेकिन उन लोगों के प्रति एकदम भरोसा नहीं है, और इसका नतीजा आप लोग देखे होंगे कि पिछले आपका 3 प्रदेश में जो रिजल्ट आया, एकदम सुपड़ा साफ हो गया कांग्रेस का और उस गठबंधन के बाकी राजनीतिक दलों का। और भारी मतों से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो भाजपा चल रही है, उसको समर्थन किया, आशीर्वाद किया जनता ने।
ओके, ऑलराइट।
सब कोई चाहता है कि स्वाभाविक रूप से देश के साथ रहने का इच्छा रहता है इन लोगों, इसलिए नीतीश कुमार जी आए।
भाटो जी, ममता बनर्जी के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? क्योंकि कुछ हफ्ते तक तो आपके पार्टी के मुख्य लीडर उन्हीं के साथ काम करके चीज़ें जोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। उन्होंने भी कहा है कि सीट शेयरिंग एग्रीमेंट कोई बंगाल में नहीं होगी। तो कैसा लग रहा है?
ममता बनर्जी अकेला लड़े और दुकेला लड़े और किसी को साथ लड़े, इस बार ममता बनर्जी को बंगाल में 2 अंक पार नहीं होगा। माननीय गृह मंत्री जी पिछले 2019 में बोल दिए थे कि हम लोग इस बार 5 सीट जीतेंगे। 18 सीट पश्चिम बंगाल के जनता ने मोदी जी को दे के आशीर्वाद किया था। इस बार माननीय गृह मंत्री जी 35 सीट जीतने का संकल्प लिए हैं बंगाल में, और मुझे पूर्ण रूप से भरोसा है कि 35 से अधिक होगा, सीट कम नहीं होगा। मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में भाजपा की सीट यहाँ जीत के आएगी, और ममता बनर्जी को यहाँ बंगाल में मुझे लगता है कि 2 अंक भी पार नहीं होगा। इसलिए ये सब अपना नैया बचाने के लिए इन लोग कभी कांग्रेस के साथ, कभी इसके साथ, उसके साथ प्रयास कर रहे हैं। प्रयास करना अच्छी बात है, लेकिन सफल नहीं होंगे।
All right, Mato ji, thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a high-octane day of politics at the national level, no doubt about it, and absolutely fascinating. It is fascinating how the chess pieces are being lined up for the campaigning to begin, because in the end, these politicians can do whatever maneuvering they want. They have to come to you to convince them to vote. Now, there are many people out there who have already decided who they're voting for, one way or the other. There are few people who haven't. And for the people that who haven't, this is the larger tone and tenor I'm going to leave you with. What does India need as a country? What does India need in terms of leadership? Where do you think the future is? Is it in coalition governments? Is it in regional parties at the center? In national parties? National parties can mean BJP or Congress. And where that arc of history is lying. We saw a regional party surge in this country during the 1990s. We saw the formation of the first governments where the Congress did not have one of its own leaders become Prime Minister for the first time. They didn't last very long. We've seen both Atal Bihari Vajpayee and 2 terms of the UPA, however, run a successful coalition government. So it cuts both ways. But there's no doubt about it that for 2014 and the formation of a third front attempt, 2019 at the formation of a Mahagathbandhan attempt, they miserably failed. There was no agreement at all. This time around, will there be an agreement of a seat sharing formula? Or is it every party for itself in the best hope? We don't know. But what we can know is Nitish Kumar has now decided that he feels the wind is in a different direction and his sails have switched.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.